Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I am Prisca Julien. Coming up, over $30,000 donated to 11 charity organizations. Dominica focuses on advancing free movement within the CARICOM single market and economy. And Clear Harbor Cares Foundation donates $10,000 to Haiti. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Child abuse is unacceptable. Child abuse is not cultural, it is criminal. And one child abuse is one too many.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Thanks for staying with us. The Clear Harbor Cares Foundation has responded to a call from Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit to lend a hand to Haiti, one of the countries hardest hit by Hurricane Matthew. Company officials presented $10,000 during a ceremony on Monday at the Office of the Disaster Management in Jimit. General Manager of Clear Harbor Dominica, Lufa C., is pleased that the company could assist Haiti in its relief efforts.
Clear Harbor is very excited to be a part of the business community here, and we're very blessed to be able to respond when the Prime Minister asked for businesses to come together to help in a disaster relief effort. The $10,000 that Clear Harbor is donating to this effort is a combination of both the executives that we have in our headquarters location in Atlanta, hearing this challenge and answering this call, as well as our Clear Harbor Cares Foundation, which is located here in Dominica and created with a group of volunteers from our site here in Dominica that really has been a huge outreach both for our employees when Tropical Storm Erica has come through. We continue in our fundraising efforts this year.
Disaster risk management consultant Cecil Shillingford spoke on behalf of the government of Dominica and the people of Haiti. He thanked the Clear Harbor Cares Foundation for its gesture.
On behalf of the government of Dominica and also the government and the people of Haiti, I would like to thank Clear Harbor Company for this gesture this morning. It is going to go a long way in assisting the people of Haiti, especially our focused areas like Lacaille, Sud, and Jeremy, three communities that were devastated by Hurricane Matthew.
Last month, a 20-foot container was loaded and shipped to Haiti. Shillingford noted that the private sector has assisted tremendously by donating food supplies and money to the cause.
We've had some other donations from the corporate community, for which we are very grateful, and the donation from Clear Harbor is going to augment what we already have and what we hope to continue to receive. The government of Dominica and the Prime Minister did make a passionate plea to the business community to support in whatever way they could, and they have really come out and, or I should say, to assist the people of Haiti.
In more news, the President's Charities Foundation presented checks to 11 charity organizations on Monday at the conference room of the State House. It is the 13th year that the foundation is making this annual presentation, supported by the proceeds of its fundraising dinner in July.
This year, the gross receipts, I think this is worth repetition, for the President's Charities Foundation fundraising dinner was $84,476.42. The expenditure stood at $32,807.99. So that is what the challenge is. These things cost a little bit of money, and without the sponsors, we may very well be out of pocket. This allowed us to realize a surplus of $51,668.43.
Checks were presented to the Dominica Association of Persons with Disability, DAPD, St. Jerome's Ministry, the Dominica Council on Aging, REACH, House of Hope, Roseau, and Northern Branch of the St. Vincent de Paul Society, the Roving Caregivers Program, the Social Center towards the St. Anne's Day Nursery, Operation Youthquake, and Grotto Home for the Homeless. Checks were also presented to the Grotto Home for the Homeless and Operation Youthquake from funds raised by the Erica Relief Fund.
The sum of $22,475.80 will go towards the construction of a new septic tank and soakaway system for the new Grotto Home at Bellevue Road.
The Erica Relief Subcommittee also set aside over $28,000 for the Operation Youthquake. His Excellency Charles Savre explained.
This amount will go towards the following components of the farm development project of Operation Youthquake. In the first case, $22,980 will go towards the building of 2 terraces on the 1.2 acres of sloping land at the back of the building of Operation Youthquake to create more usable land space for planting and to enhance the ambience of the premises. Having visited Operation Youthquake each year, I was of the view that something can be done to improve. The minister is smiling. The overall experience of the children who are housed there.
Vice President of the Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities, Nika Esprit, is grateful for the donation.
With this financial support, some of our activities and programs we have planned for the rest of the year, it will be implemented. On behalf of the Board of Directors, staff and members of the EPD, I express heartfelt thanks.
A representative from the House of Hope, Maria Alexander, had this to say.
Our institution, better known as House of Hope, gives 24/7 service care to 7 physically and mentally challenged residents, of which 3 are orphans. We as management have to cater for their everyday need, for which we are fortunate to do so. Your Excellency, we are very thankful for your generosity for this contribution to our institution. This will certainly help to bring Christmas cheer to our residents and the home. Again, once more, to thank you from management and staff of this home.
And a representative from the recently orphaned roving caregivers also articulated their appreciation for the donation following the departure of Child Fund Caribbean.
The East Dominica Children's Federation is adopting the roving caregivers program, but for us to continue providing the early stimulation that our children need to grow up into the individuals that we want them to be, we need continued assistance and support. So thanks again to the President's Foundation for considering the roving caregivers, and we'll put this donation into very good use. Thank you once more.
The other institutions to receive checks during the annual Christmas visits are the Maho Senior Citizens Home, Alpha Center, Workshop for the Blind, the Dominica Infirmary, the Northern District Home for the Aged Incorporated, and the Care for the Elderly in Portsmouth. A 4-day training workshop focused on advancing free movement for skilled professionals within the Caribbean community got underway here on Monday. The training workshop seeks to establish a regional labor market information system for easy access to available employment in CARICOM member states. The workshop is being conducted through the Ministry of Justice, Immigration and National Security.
This project by the CARICOM Secretariat, with the assistance of the International Labour Organization, to develop and to implement a labor market information system in the member state of CARICOM, signifies a major undertaking by the government of Dominica in order governments within the CARICOM catchment. That in itself is a major indicator that we are marching forward in our quest to regional integration.
One of the main pillars within the Treaty of Chaguaramas is the free movement of individuals within CARICOM. The Labor Market Information Platform is geared towards the hassle-free movement of skilled professionals. This first leg of the training will focus on planning and policy development. Labor Commissioner Dr. Matthew LeBlanc explains further.
In order for the free movement of persons to be practical and to be hassle-free, to be easy and accessible by all our member states and citizens of the member states, we would need a platform upon which member states can not only input data, but find information, analyze information to be able to determine labor market trends, employment needs, to be able to deposit skill sets, availability of qualified persons, to be able to facilitate the movement of labor within the CSMA. So more than just an administrative tool that will gather statistics that will provide an informed policy, we also have a platform upon which any person who has any interest can actually, with degrees of access, can go up onto the site of the labor market information system and actually access information, determine where the jobs are, post their qualifications, and be able to move within the space, the economic space or the single market space.
He explained that this project commenced in 2014 and several consultations have already been held. The second leg of the workshop is scheduled for January 2017. One of the facilitators of the workshop, Free Movement Labor Officer at the CARICOM Secretariat, Rosa May Witter, noted that the workshop will provide the Secretariat with the opportunity to gain first-hand appreciation of the challenges and best practices of member states as it relates to free movement. She laid out her expectations for the workshop.
Over the next 4 days, we will be exposed to a wealth of information on the use of labor market information in national planning and policy formulation. This workshop is one of several activities under the project for the establishment of a labor market information system for the proper management of the regime for the free movement of skills within the CARICOM single market and economy. This is necessary to improve data and information retrieval in order to effectively monitor the functioning, performance, and economic impact of free movement on the labor market and to calibrate labor market policy.
Participants of the workshop include staff of Statistics Division, Dominica Social Security Division of Labor, Ministry of Trade, and the Dominica Employees Federation. The project is funded under the 10th European Development Fund and is facilitated by the CARICOM Secretariat with assistance from the International Labour Organization. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood. I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people.
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Welcome back. In a historic announcement recently made by the International Expert Committee for Documenting and Verifying Measles, Rubella, and Congenital Rubella Syndrome Elimination, the countries of the Caribbean and the Americas were declared free of local measles transmission. This was reported at the 55th Directing Council of the Pan American Health Organization, World Health Organization. This means children in the Caribbean are now less likely to be affected by measles once they are vaccinated. Measles affects mostly children and is one of the most contagious diseases. However, widespread use of the vaccine has led to a great reduction in measles in the region. No local measles cases have been reported in the Caribbean region since 1991. Between 1971 and 1979, more than 100,000 deaths in the Caribbean were attributed to the disease. Measles is transmitted by airborne droplets or via direct contact with secretions from the nose, mouth, and throat of infected individuals. It can cause serious complications including blindness, severe diarrhea, ear infections, and pneumonia, particularly in children with nutritional problems. Measles is the 5th vaccine-preventable disease to be eliminated from the Caribbean and the countries of the Americas after the regional eradication of endemic smallpox in 1971. Under the theme 45 Years, a Journey Through Excellence, the Dominica Broadcasting Corporation celebrated its 45th anniversary with a cocktail and awards ceremony on Saturday evening. Director of Telecommunications Bennett Thomas represented the Honorable Minister of Information, Science, Telecommunications and Technology, Kelva Daru. He recognized DBS as one of the leading news stations on island. He says the station has become a breeding ground for media professionals in Dominica.
DBS has been the breeding ground for many of our professionals and managers who have graced its doors and sought to bring the best in news, information, education, and entertainment to all Dominicans, irrespective of position, color, social standing, or political affiliation. The station has been a bulwark in broadcasting prowess as it sought to ensure that any news or information disseminated to the public are accurate and professional in content. Many Dominican journalists, both here in Dominica and around the region, and indeed around the world, got their primary journalistic knowledge, grounding, and experience at DBS.
And General Manager of DBS, Cecil Joseph, says DBS has played a significant role in preserving Dominica's Creole language.
If it was not for DBS Radio, today the celebration of the Creole language, I am almost sure, would have not been in existence. And I can stand boldly to say so, because when many other radio stations, to include St. Lucia, did not want to include Creole into their programming, in 1977, as you heard Mr. Henderson made mention, that Creole became part of our programming.
Chairman of the board of DBS, Rosie Mills, attributes the success and growth of DBS to its responsible and unbiased approach to the dissemination of information.
We also take pride in the fact that some things aired on other radio stations cannot be aired on DBS because of the responsibility of being the nation station.
At Saturday night's awards ceremony, 11 businesses received awards. Curtis Matthews secured the Manager's Staff Award. Other staff awards were presented to Stephen Dangleben, Leroy Waddix Charles, and Median Packett of the Programming Department, Angelita Dover of the Accounts Department, Lynn Fairbellot of Sales, Gavin Richards and Ivona John Baptist Lugay of the News Desk, and Dean Thomas in Technical Support also received awards. Coming up next, your tip of the day.
Protection from abuse is every child's right. Everyone has a shared responsibility in protecting the child from abuse.
Mothers, believe your children when they say they've been abused, and follow through with child abuse cases when they've been reported.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
You'll automatically get an appointment when your baby or child is due for a routine vaccination. Here's a tip that you can use on that day. Wear vaccination-friendly clothes. Dressing your baby or child in the right clothes can save time and effort at the vaccination clinic. Avoid chunky, padded or tight-fitting clothes with lots of buttons and straps. They take time to remove and put back on. Babies under 12 months have injections in the thigh. Toddlers and older children have them in the arm. Thin cotton layers fastened with poppers are perfect for babies, and loose or short sleeves for toddlers and older children. That's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page at facebook.com/GIS News Dominica and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here at the GIS News production team, I am Prisca Julien. Thanks for watching.